chip system. China's doing that now because he didn't patent it. And the reason why he didn't patent it, wasn't so, somebody else get rights to it. It wasn't so he had his name stamped on everything in creation. It was so it would further humanity and not hold humanity back.
You believe that about Elon, or do you think that was just a circumstance of business?
I believe that about Elon, and I'll tell you why. He did that before 2020. He did that before 2020, and most of that was when he wasn't like he was now, and in the position he is in now.
Have you heard, I mean, off topic, I don't mean to branch off into Elon, but have you heard the stories about his past and his upbringing and stories from like his nanny and auntie and people like that?
Yeah.
What do you think about those things associated with him?
A little creepy.
To say the least, right?
Yeah.
Heard that. Well,
yeah.
The reason why, and oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's some stuff there.
Yeah. Okay.
But, now, Terrence Howard, he does have a lot of formulas, a lot of mathematical equations that do make sense, right? But when you patent your idea for that, then if somebody wants to work on it, you have to go directly to Terrence Howard, right? And get all this approval, you have to go through all these hoops, and it's just not worth the time. You might as well wait 7 years till the patent's up and then just do it on your own. So he sort of blocks everybody for 7 full years. So your
patent after 7 years is no longer protected as a patent?
No.
You can't renew the patent?
I don't know if you can renew it, but it's not worth it, because I'm telling you, if you have an idea, Darius, if you have an idea, I guarantee you there's 150,000 more people out there with the same idea. Who's getting there first? Right?
Who's getting to the moon first?
Run it. You got the idea, run it.
Okay.
Don't sit here and play this patent thing. Terrence Howard's going to get left in the dust. He really is. He's done himself in. But, I mean, this is my personal opinion.
He only made himself a part of the conversation at this point, but not a part of the movement, not a part of the mission, not a part of the actuality.
Right. I'm going to tell you, he has nothing that the government can't take and get control of.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts. I mean, and the reason why I say it, and the reason why I bring Terrence Howard up back to the question is like, what makes anybody an expert? Because people just get so, oh, Terrence is not an expert, or what's the other guy? Some people get on Neil deGrasse. Some people get on Eric Weinstein. Some people, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, all you have difference of opinions. But why is the guy less an expert than you because you disagree?
A lot of it is just they go by their college experience. Hey, I have a doctorate in this.
And it's like, yeah, you got a doctorate, but like, the fuck this, like, okay, you went to school longer than me.
It may, and a lot of the times it may not have anything to do with what they're actually talking about.
Facts. Their doctorate, right? Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it's like, who are you talking to here?
Yeah, we're having a political discussion, and you got a doctorate in biology, and you want to fucking tell me about you're a doctor and you're brilliant, you're versed in this conversation.
A doctor in performing arts.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this is really what you deal with, you know. So they want to be called doctor. I mean, it doesn't make them anything special. It doesn't make them an expert. You really have to go through the trial basis, make sure everything was working correctly, and once you hit those trials, and you start showing evidence of what you're building or making, or your cells, your organisms, you know, whatever biological things, you start to show that these things are working and, you know, going on. Hey, then you can call yourself an expert. You know?
Yeah, real shit.
You're just a theorist.
Okay.
You know, really, that's all they are.
And I mean, respectfully, like, just honest, bro. Like, you're by far the smartest friend that I have, bro. Like, I already, you know, without saying too much, bro, you're just a brilliant ass dude. So I'm glad because I had a different understanding of, but I kind of more see it your way now. I understand what you're saying.
I know the way is a little brash, a little harsh. But when you really sit back and think about it, because Terrence Howard talks about how he wants to help and how he wants to do this and do that.
Right.
And why not share? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
We'll still give you credit.
Right. We'll still give you credit, but and it's and he's not a singular. Like, he's part of a conglomerate as well. Like, it's not, he's just a face because he's famous, but he's actually part of a brain trust, like a brain hive. So that's another thing too that I think we gotta kind of take into consideration when we talk about him in particular. But I wasn't. My question wasn't in defense of him. I really was just using him as an example because he's the hot topic right now. But I still was just like, I don't understand what makes somebody an expert, or what makes somebody think that you're like, okay. Oh, go ahead. You was gonna say something.
I think to get, like I said before, to get to that expert stage, you have to have a sequence of events to have transpired, not just an equation, which is what Terrence Howard has. It's
Okay.
an equation on a piece of paper says, hey, I did this. Well, where's your experiment? You know, but where are the facts? Where's the evidence? Where's this at that it actually works?
Have you seen that rotational free flight machine that he's made? The actual physical one? Yeah. Okay.
Seen it. Not highly impressed.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's not. It's not really fair because you wouldn't be.
Right. I'm not trying to knock on the guy.
Yeah. No. You're just telling the truth.
There's just things that could be done better.
Yeah.
With more insight. And he sort of blocked himself out with, hey, I got 98 patents on the wall, and you're not involved in any of them. So, you know. Yeah,
you really kind of like take yourself out of the world community in a sense. And if you patent it, the government still already know what you got because they know the patent. So it's like, then what were you doing that for?
I mean, it's even like China. I mean, Elon was the first to come up with the EVs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then China has started to build their stuff, and then Elon did the rockets, and China's copying those. But the benefit to that is sometimes China may have something in there or do something different that'll ring a light bulb back over here to Elon. It's A. Because he doesn't patent his stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that leads for a good scientific revolution too. If you the way you put it is like, without the patents, you do kind of have a more ability to have more nuance in the scientific community, more ideas being put out, more formulas and understandings. And I mean, I agree, because the reason why I have to agree is because I don't personally know the reason for a patent. Like, right.
And those type of things. But there's, I mean, if you don't know it all, right? And there's a million other people that you can get information from that may know something.
Yeah.
Why not take advantage of that? But I can see where, like, a logo, you would want to seal yourself off. Hey, this is mine. Designed it. It's making money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's proven. It works. Like a shoe. I have my shoe design, right? I'm gonna patent my shoe design. It's gonna make you jump 2 inches higher. You know, it's gonna cushion you. No more shin splints. No more broken ankles. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you build something, you test them, and you got it, right? I can see that. But if you're talking about bigger things, like evolving humanity, which is huge, may want to open your scope a little bit.
Do you see any innovation coming in the next few years that will change things, or not really?
Yes.
In your opinion, positively or negatively?
It's going to be both. It will be both. It'll be both.
Heard that.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
There's going to be both.
All right. My next topic. My last topic I really want to talk to you about. But my next topic is, I said, so what if for 1 second we stop calling people who we think are celebrities like crazy? Like, if we just looked around. I guess my third topic is going to get into this part as well. But it's like, I am willing now to take a moment and say, oh yeah, these people are not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to take a bet that a lot of these people that we quote unquote watching have breakdowns and psychotic episodes, and I'm quite sure a lot of these people are not what they say they are.
I agree.
And the main one I was looking at was Justin Bieber. But then I also started to get into Prince. I started to get into Michael Jackson. And it seems like all three of those are very much linked together.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then I see how fucked up Britney Spears is, man.
Just about to say, if you didn't mention her, I was going to say it.
it's like she's fried. Like it's like she's fucking cooked in there, bro. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing else in there, bro. Like they fucked that lady up, bro. Took her kids, bro. Like
Everything.
they fucked that up, bro.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't like. I would. Justin Bieber, I don't think did. And I don't think Britney did. I think it was people her sold her.
Say that again.
I think people close to her sold her and him. The parents.
Yeah, the parents. Yeah, absolutely. Because through all this shit, where the fuck is Justin's mom?
Right.
Like they put about 3 days ago, they put out about 50 headlines. One fucking news paper put out so many fucking headlines about Justin Bieber in one day, and then come to find out through Candace Owens, there's a fucking PR firm that was hired to fucking destroy him, like to put out all this shit about him, and none of it's true. Like they say that, I was listening to Candace and she like, well, they only mad because he went to Jesus, and he don't want to fucking play that game anymore. So they're gonna try to their best to make him look crazy and all this shit. What do you think about this this it's kind of fucked up celebrity world kind of thing, man? Like we're like we see him get the fame, and we see him get all the money and the Lamborghinis and the awards and they sell albums and records. They're in the movies. They're sports figures, and but then you as a normal human being like me and you, we find ourselves more than often feeling sorry for him.
That were sold to something, not necessarily willingly, through a third party.
Yeah, because I know some things, so I know exactly what you mean.
So I think once they really realize that, and sometimes it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, you know. But you got to think when they got in it, they were really young, immature, brain-wise, physical-wise, and it probably set them back years. So by the time they hit 35 or 40, they're like, holy fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then that's when they start to reel themselves in, That's when we start to see them really coming out and changing themselves.
And it's like the moment they do that, they are under attack immediately.
Yeah. It's crazy. And who would want to do that?
And that, well, the people who control the matrix, to be fair, because if I control the matrix and people start unplugging, I can cease to exist.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's a good way to put it. I mean, you're spot on with that.
Yeah, if a bunch of people just keep unplugging, I cease to exist in any way, shape, or form. And I think that the reason why they brought AI into sentient stage already is because they needed it to predict the future, because every time they're able to see the future, they're still not getting the outcome that they want. And I think it's fucking with them that this thing that they want to happen so bad, and they can actually see the future, is not happening at all. And they need AI to fucking override that shit. That's why they keep doing the whole jumping our timelines and shit like that. Because they're trying to.
They've run the program. You
Huh?
know how many times they've run that? You know how many times they've run that program?
Oh, shit, probably thousands.
Millions,
Yeah,
if not billions.
yeah, and they can't do anything. There's nothing they can do. They're swapping. Yo, bro. They got so desperate. They've literally swapped our timelines like 3 or 4 fucking times, and they still keep getting the same result. They done got off the timeline we were on before, and they still cannot undo this result. And they think we don't know what it is. I mean, if you scrambling that hard, it's pretty easy to know. Like, okay, we get it.
I'd love to have a conversation in that room with them. Really would.
I mean, they don't want to get in line with what's happening. Is the reason why they push the end of the world agenda. Because they rather blow it all up than that outcome that they seen go through.
There's going to be a time, because of that,
Mm-hmm.
that outcome. I call it depopulation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to happen in several different ways. And one of them may happen. You're going to see a lot of events, hurricanes, earthquakes, such and such. Massive people just from those are going to be dying, right? You think they're going to be dying. And I believe they're going to be off planet. I don't think they're going to be on planet anymore.
Mm.
It's that far along.
Well,
it is dead advanced.
Well, I seen some photos of some shit of why they're blocking out the sun and how close this shit actually is. But
Right.
it hasn't created any disturbances yet, which I find very odd. If it's as close as they say it is, it would have created devastating occurrences long ago, right?
Have you seen the stuff coming out of there?
Out of what?
Sun?
Mm-mm.
Need to look into it.
That bitch done flared up.
No. It's a portal.
Is stuff coming in and out of it?
Yeah. It's a jump spot. Well, I know a lot of people think I'm crazy here. Yeah, I kind of am, dude. I am kind of high. There's 3 or 4 different ways you can use things to protect an object from that type of heat, right? At the sun. Really interesting stuff, but I know of 4 that will work. And you go right there, and you can be right next to it. It can be 15 million degrees, and it has no effect on anything that's right next to it. The heat has no effect on the equipment.
That's beyond flame retarded.
It's like you sitting in your living room. You wouldn't notice.
What's odd about that is forget the resistance of heat. The level of heat would make anything disintegrate immediately into a fucking vapor that turned into nothing. Like immediately would disintegrate that close. Like even within a few thousand miles of the sun, like you're fucking fucked.
Not if you have. I'm trying to.
I'm saying based on caveman Earth knowledge.
On your normal logic.
Right. Yeah.
You would think so.
You would think so, you know.
But if you were able to create a buffer around it, which is very doable, then it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah, because if you're rotating, go ahead.
You can still use the energy from the sun to transport at a very long distance, right? The radiation from the sun to a very long distance from one galaxy to another in no time.
By using that energy.
Yes.
And so not only is that a portal, but almost like a gas station, a highway.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. The motherfuckers that's coming in and out of it. I gotta be careful how I ask you questions. Is it us? Oh boy. Yeah, I mean it's good reason for you to think that everything we're talking about is crazy. Right? That's the part, you know, that this kind of saves us a little bit. So we'll take crazy claims. We don't mind them.
I'm high as fuck, you know?
Yeah, just kind of shows us a little bit. So thank you guys. But
yeah.
So looking at how, you know, okay, let's get back to, I know you can't, because we all keep in mind too, like
I'll tell
well,
whatever you want.
Well, about the depopulation part, right?
Right.
So it's certain things that I know, right? Like I know a lot of people have had flood dreams. Right? And there's groups on TikTok and places like that where a lot of people talk about their flood dreams. I'm one of the people. I've never joined the group, but I've had a flood dream before. Right? Now, I am of the mind that everything possible negative that can happen, for some reason, I know you have way more insight. I'm being optimistic. I'm being a child, and in a sense, almost a little bit naive. But I just feel like it's so convenient for something to happen naturally right now, like Yellowstone, fucking a geyser blowing up, or fucking a tsunami hitting the East Coast or the West Coast, or I feel like all that is like so convenient to like us not being at the apex of any scientific point in history, because other cultures have been way more advanced than we're showing to be right now, and they were advanced amongst themselves versus.
You said something right there. Hold on. I'm sorry. Then we are showing. Remember that. Way more advanced than we are showing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crucial. You
But
know what I'm saying?
But I mean, we've known long ago about weather modification, about creating tsunamis, creating tectonic movement with the plates. I mean, we've known about, you know, even some people having the capabilities to go hyperspace and use hyperspace technology. Like, I've been into this shit for a long time where I'm past like the Bob Lazars and all these people where people are just kind of finding out shit. Like, I'm not more advanced up. My brain is just more desensitized to the information. I'm just so used to the bizarre part of you not knowing before, now you know now, that feeling, you know. I'm very much always in that mode of gaining knowledge. So, but far past that basic science project shit. Like, I even know like how what spaceships use to fucking create that field, because it's an energy end upon itself, 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 and it just keeps doing that. And that not only creates rotation, but it also, that particular in and on itself, creates an energy outside, creates a field that negates what we think is gravity, because gravity is not gravity, but what we think is gravity, that rotational process negates it, which allows their systems to move very differently. Stop, go, down, straight, move, straight lines, diagonal. It can move, and not only that, they're doing it with thought, because they're the main thing about these fucking things is they're biological.
And it has no effect on their body.
No, it has no G-force effect like our pilots would. Right. There has no G-force effect.
None.
Yeah.
None.
But not only that, the craft are biological craft. They're not mechanical. Yes. They are biological. And so people kind of get caught up in the mix with that, where it's like, you know, like, no, this ship is intersynced with a thought process. You know what I mean? It's intersynced. It's not a pilot driving a plane like we're used to thinking.
Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna say too much more, but you're on the right track. They can do a lot of amazing things.
And I'm learning too that like a lot of this is has already been achieved by break-off civilizations that we're not even supposed to be aware of, quote unquote. Like, we don't know the SS is still fucking around. Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, so I mean, and I'm so sure of that I know those were the fucks in what, the 70, 78 that flew over the White House. That was them. And so people who are already been in what we call break-off civilizations have already accomplished, you know, all these other things, have already been off-world, have already create, like, we kind of live in all of the dummy phase of it. And where our military is they're years behind the break-off civilizations. Right? That's my opinion. I think the military is highly advanced, and I think they have a lot of technology. But I think we can tell that they have not found a cohesive usage for it besides war, because society would have been advanced. Like, the military has too much technology, in my opinion, for us not to have the like even they suppress technology of people healing with vibrational machines, with what they call Reiki machines, ray machines.
Yeah.
And they banned them. They confiscated people healing people with ray machines. So I'm saying the technology's there, but it's not cohesive, because it's all being used separately and for war and for to manipulate here and to cause fear here and to change the weather over here and do geopolitical shit. Like, it's not cohesive. You know what I mean? It's just this hodgepodge of shit.
What you gotta understand too is, let's say the government, right? All the governments of the world are working together for about 10 people.
Say that again?
All the governments in the world are working for 10 people.
I can believe that.
So and the only way that we have a interference, say maybe somebody coming to help us, would be is when we change ourselves consciously, our consciousness, to accepting something better. It'll change everything. Just coming in there.
Nah, my baby cat, Cardi, trying to get in here and he keep trying to push the door, but he can't. I see his little paw like on the other side, trying.
Yeah.
Cardi, hold on, chat. Let me grab Cardi. No, that wasn't Cardi. That was my big cat. That's Daddy. Hey, Dad. Hey, big Dad.
It's like this. You know, before every war on Earth, the Vatican was contacted before the war was started.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because that is where, I mean, I want to be real about it. I mean, we have a very skewed view of what the mafia really is.
Right.
And the Vatican is the mafia. The mafioso. And it's not that American Italian shit that they put in movies with, you know, different. It's a whole different thing, man. It's a whole different thing.
And this is what I was trying to say. You really think there's a U.S. military, and a Russian, a Chinese, but the Vatican gives a say-so on all of it.
You know why too? Because the Vatican has the old technology, and the military industrial complex has the new, you know, what do you call it? Like when they redo something, like if they had a spaceship, they re-engineer. Yeah. You know, right?
Right.
Everything the military industrial complex, and you probably know this better than me, is really more re-engineered. Great science, great stuff, but it's re-engineered. Whereas the Catholic Church and the Vatican has artifacts that are original, real artifacts that still function and being used, like the Ark of the Covenant, like that fucking looking glass that they have, right? So that's why the Vatican gets called, because they have all original artifacts, in my opinion, and they are all pushing towards a certain agenda. So the Vatican can say, yes, do this day at this time. Yes, this aligns with the agenda.
On point.
But I mean, I'm not that smart. This shit just easy to put together. Like, you ain't really gotta be that fucking brilliant. You can look at the shit.
Right, but you can, I can. How many people are stuck on their phones on TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat? Every day it's about what this person does. This person said this. Got to go buy this. Let's go out to eat.
But this is their problem. This is their fucking problem. Unfortunately, not everybody.
That's right.
You're right. But they want the population's mind to go to fucking fat pork slop fucking juber juice. You know what I mean, in your head. They want that. It's not. Look, unfortunately for them, they're. And then I scroll all day. I love TikTok, right? But I'm a fast scroller because I'm so high on the intelligence. If it's not intelligent, I just keep going. Woo, 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 woo. And my brain automatically knows either to go back to something I saw or to slow down right on it. Like I'm scrolling. So I don't know. I feel like
so you pick it out. You can pick it out fast.
Yeah.
You're not wasting all that time on these stupid shit.
The girls be like, so I'll be like, Skip. If your man Skip. But I just feel like the Vatican has that original technology, that original and I'm talking about even like the true functionality of the pyramids and what they actually do and how they work. I feel like they already have that technology. Not only that, if you really like Tesla's a standout. They love to like who came before him and who's his teacher, and who were the people he were around and who was he influenced by. And they never want you to know. They want people to be outliers. Right. And look at the time that Tesla existed. The time that they were trying to make electricity worldwide. They were at their apex of cutting down the rainforest and logging and all of that, right? Yeah. Went after all the hemp companies, right? Destroyed the hemp companies because hemp you can make paper out of, right? And hemp has a lot more resources than wood, right? But hemp grows faster. So all these people in the early 1900s that bought up all these had to destroy the hemp market in order for them to make a profit and turn that money from logging into paper. You had to, and it's the same thing. You take hemp and you juxtapose it with the electricity and free energy with Tesla. Tesla was a proponent of free energy, but
yes, he was.
But the other what's his name, nigga with the light bulb and electricity, the crazy motherfucker who actually was Tesla homeboy, and then fucked him over. Yeah. So I forget his name because he's an asshole. Was
that on Benji?
The fucking what's the guy that created GM? Not General Motors. GE. What's the guy who created GE? General Electric.
I know it's General Electric. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He's the one that had Tesla killed and worked with the government to have him fucked over and spied on and all that shit. Yeah, that motherfucker's a piece of work. But so we huh?
This is my thing, right? We are the population. We are the majority, right? You, me, your neighbors, my neighbors, everybody in the towns that live here. Why are we letting them control us? When do we stand together? If you notice, they keep, every 10 to 15 years it's another issue, right? They bring up race and they push it really hard. They'll bring up this to divide and push it really hard. When do we say we're not going to let them divide us anymore?
When we stop caring about the squeeze. Our problem is and it's a trickle down from black people, and I think regular white folks understand the process and feel it too. We are afraid of the squeeze. And what the squeeze is them saying they're going to stop food supplies, they're going to stop gas, they're going to shut off the electrical grids if we don't comply. We're scared of the squeeze. Everybody talks about boycotts, right? Everybody talks about boycotts. We could get the gas prices to go down.
We could.
We could get more money from our jobs. We could get a lot of shit here in America immediately. If everyone just did nothing for a week, this country would go to shit. If nobody made a trade, if nobody bought a stock, if nobody bought an egg, if nobody bought gas, listen, I ain't talking a week, 4 days.
Facts.
4 days. 4 days. If we shut this bitch down for 4 fucking days, those pieces of shits would shit eggs.
But if it wasn't just the U.S. that did it, and we could get other countries to do the same thing, could you imagine the outcome?
We'll be back to owning everything in days. This is why, let me say something too. This is why depopulation is important.
Right.
Because the other motherfuckers are either close, here, or on the way. And they have figured out whose side they are on and who they are coming for. Right?
Yeah.
If you cannot manipulate the world, because it's already been said, half the world will be against Jesus when he returns, and they'll try to kill him. And they'll go to war. Thinking through propaganda. And my belief is you need to depopulate the earth because too many people, you can't get half the world to go with your shenanigans. You can't. It's not, we're too smart. We're too smart. We're too educated at this point. We're too educated. Which means if you choose to go to war with the other motherfuckers, y'all already seen that we gonna side with the other motherfuckers.
Right.
And y'all said depopulation is important. It's always been important since day one because they always knew when the return was gonna be. That return date, they fucking knew.
It's written on the United Nations fucking front page.
They knew. They knew this whole time. This is why technology is stagnant. This is why they don't want flying vehicles. They don't want people to have shit. They want us stuck on land. Right? They want us stuck on land so that they can have some semblance of what they call naive brain too. You know.
I think it's going to be a fight, but I think I'm not going to say I think. I know we're going to win. I know we're going to win.
A lot of people are going to find it hard to pick a side because they're going to try to use their tricks and their barium in the sky that they've been spraying for eons, and their chemtrails and their because they've been wanting to do that whole Project Bluebeam shit, so they're trying to hurry up and speed that up.
You know, gold, precious, right? Gold. If you take gold, shave it down, thin little particles, just the tiniest bit of particles, and you use it the same way that you do chemtrails. Instead of putting salt in the air and creating a big storm, if you use gold, If you pour gold out through your chemtrails, it creates a barrier. You have on Earth where temperatures will be the same on the globe by using gold particles. They don't need, they're hoarding gold to hoard it. They don't want us to do that. They may be saving gold for a later date when we're no longer here.
I know why they have it. I know why they have it.
Have you heard of the gold flake theory?
Well, I'll be honest with you. In my opinion, that's not a theory. When you study the Anunnaki story, or, you know, the Nephilim or whoever, you know that they mined gold. And you know that that was the total purpose was mine. There was other minerals and other things that was important, but they had these little machines about this big that could particleize gold. And that's what you're talking about. You're talking about particleizing gold. When you say down to the smallest, particleizing gold to a dust, basically.
Yes.
Right? To the finest of the finest of a powder. That is what these machines that they had, they found some of these particleized gold machines that can particleize gold and spray it into the atmosphere. Right? Okay. Now, look at what you said about Earth. This is why they were mining gold, because they're on an elliptical orbit. They're the only ones where, like, we're like this. Yeah. They're doing this. While we're doing this, it's a different pattern. They have a totally different orbit. And not only that, their orbit is a 26,000 year cycle to get back to the sun. So Earth is the one planet that has gold in abundance the way we do. Now, do they mine it from other places? Yes. But when they get close to here, this is their main place. Now, that's why we hoard it. Because we know they need it.
Well, I mean, but you see how it works, right? How it could change the entire atmosphere for everyone. I don't understand why they even wouldn't use it here.
Their God has everything to do with why you don't see what you think you should see. And you know more than most people going to ever know, bro. And I can tell you is their God is the reason why. Because their God controls where we live. And not control in the sense of like he is the true God. But he's the God in Genesis that says, I'm a jealous God. Thou shalt not have any God before thee.
Right.
That is Father Time. That is Sekla, the Adalabroth, the death with the scythe. That's who's speaking. And that is their God. Because their God only lives and only is fed through fear. They take our fear, they kill 20,000 people in Gaza brutally, make them die in fear, bombed, maimed, die in fear. They put guns in the streets of America, people shooting each other, kids killing each other, dying in fear. Right? And then they take that fear and that energy, and they take it back, harnessed energy to their God, because that's how their God eats.
I see.
But the moment we realize that this is very interesting being a human, But how many times have you done it? How many times have you been reharvested fear for food for another entity?
I know quite a few.
And the is the vessel. That is the vessel. The moon is the programming vessel. It keeps the moon keeps the matrix going. You know, and that's really what we got to get rid of. Like, if we really go into war coming up against these fucks, the first thing we need to do is get rid of that fucking big ass piece of shit up there, bro. And blow that bitch backwards so we ain't got to fucking worry about no fallout on Earth from this bitch blowing up. Blow that bitch backwards. I mean, fucking the smithereens. Like, move it out and blow it up. Because it's movable. You can move it.
Yeah, because it was moved here.
It was moved here 12,000 years ago. They put that bitch right in orbit perfectly. They built it to shape the circumference that they knew they needed to build it to have solar eclipses and rituals and all this shit for their false gods and all this solstice and all this shit that they fucking made up to make this reality more complicated and more real.
You know how much sense that makes, man? It's really not insane, but it's unreal how much sense that makes. And if, man, I'd love to be able to reach out to so many people, man, and tell them or show them this, you know? It would be nice. It really would.
I mean, it depends on how people want to live, because we're not even living at 0% potentiality of who we are, and that's a hard pill to swallow when you're at 0% potentiality.
That's a fact.
That's disturbing. That's like having a greyhound and never seeing it run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like having a fucking cheetah and never seeing how fast it goes. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I guess that's why, you know, when I'm at work, you know, I told you, it's like, I feel alive, man. You know, it's the first time, you know, in the day, start of the day, where I feel like I'm living to a higher potential than when I'm off of work, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd love to be able to maintain living on a higher potential around the clock without it being work, you know? I love it. I need to focus on that more, man. You know, be like round the clock, man. Just get it.
I mean, with your, I couldn't even imagine being in your brain and how you just are that fucking dead on smart about what you do, man. I know that's some heavy weight. You know what I'm saying, too.
I actually thought about that today, man. Like how I got into my position, you know, because, you know, coming out of school, didn't have great grades, didn't care, you know, and I went around everything the hard way. And then finally one day, you know, you start having kids, you're like, man, I need to fucking work, you know, and just took the long way around. Call it luck, whatever, man. I like to think that I did what I had to do to make shit happen.
Yeah.
You know, and people at the right place at the right time took notice, you know. But
I feel the same for myself. I feel like that's what's happening in my world right now. Slowly but surely, I feel like whatever I got going on that's positive, I feel like the right people is either watching or will be seeing what I'm doing soon, and it's going to lead me to a different place.
Yeah. Draw on that, man. That shit's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah. I feel it because I just been so not just positive, but I've been really good at most of the things I've been doing lately. I've been at least a C minus on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look around and you like sometimes you gotta admit when you slacking on your macking. And sometimes when you're actually doing the right things and you got things in order, you gotta give yourself credit too, you know?
You do. You really do.
Yeah. So just one of those moments I'm like just giving myself a moment like, yeah, you're like even today, I was live earlier today a few times, like just writing music and shit. But I took a nap. I ended up falling asleep and shit. I was like, man, I woke up with a headache. And it was still like 9:30 when I woke up because you seen I text you. But I had a crushing headache, right? So I'm like, I'm not gonna do a show. And I always tell myself, nigga, YouTube is what I do. Like, you don't I took some Tylenol, I relaxed, I made me a fish sandwich, some fried fish, hot sauce, lemon juice, seasoned in some motherfucking flour, fried me some catfish, 2 pieces of bread, just like the just like the little food shop. I ain't had that in so long. That shit hit so hard, bro. I just killed it, bro. I ate every dot of that motherfucker. Catfish, fried catfish, and you know the oil was seeping into the bread.
Yeah.
And then you put the hot sauce and the lemon juice, and I fucked that shit up, bro. I ate that bitch on my hands like a Cambodian.
Going through, sticking to your fingers,
bro.
You know,
bro.
Man.
I'm finna.
Sometimes simple food like that is like you can't.
It fucking hits, bro.
Right?
I'm a peanut butter and jelly man. I feel like peanut butter and jelly always gonna hit, bro. Like there's no day, there's no, bro. I don't even think you can be a Arab Muslim that live in like the back of Afghanistan, or in Iraq, or you could be a Chinese motherfucker that live in the mountains. You could be an African that live in the desert. You could be a fucking Aborigine. Everybody gonna like peanut butter and jelly, bro.
Everybody.
There's nobody that's not. I think dolphins like peanut butter and jelly.
I swear they do,
bro. Ain't nothing like a peanut butter and jelly, bro. I tell you.
I know a catfish should eat it.
What? I'm telling you.
Tear a piece off, roll it into a ball, put it on that hook, throw it out, man. No time.
Hey man. You got me thinking now. I want to go fishing soon, man. Me and my lady, but you know we've been laying low. We spent a lot of money a few months ago just getting some things done with the cars and around the house, and the kids was expensive a few months ago. So finally, like probably get back to my savings, and I got get the car fixed. Or I got some stuff to fix on the car, and other than that, I'm good, man. I'm kind of this week I'll be back to being the money man.
Are y'all still riding with just the one?
Yeah.
Anything wrong with it? You just need
just need new brakes and rotors on the front.
That's not too bad.
Nah, they ain't nothing bad. I'm gonna buy the brakes and rotors, and then I'll find me a mobile mechanic to come to the house and just pay the nigga to put them on. I already got my parts. You just put them on. I'll pay you. You go.
That's the way to do it.
Hurry up and buy.
Yeah, I mean, if you already got the parts, because a lot of times some places they'll charge you a little bit extra when you buy the parts from them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can find a mobile mechanic, be like, hey, I already got the parts. What's the labor gonna be? Boom,
Yeah.
So I hope you get that done, man.
Yeah. I should be getting it done this week because I gotta get the car fixed, and I got to get the cat spaded and neutered. We don't know if that nigga a boy or a girl yet. We don't know. We thought he was a girl. The lady said he was a girl, but I just think he a boy. So, but his name Cardi anyway, so it doesn't matter. I named him Carly at first, like a girl's name Carly, but
right, that's what I thought I heard in the video.
yeah, I named him Carly, but then just found balls, so I changed it to Cardi, like Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, just has some tiny ones, huh?
And then it's like his hair is like the whole area is white, but where the balls at is these two black dots. These two black hairs next to it. I'm like, yo, those are definitely balls. Like, they look like mine. Like, those are balls. So, yeah, he's crazy, bro. Like, this nigga. Like, my big cat, Tully just started to, like, and bro, I didn't know my cat was this big until I got the little one.
Oh, man, your cat's huge, man.
I like, this nigga's massive. Like, I see, I would think people would be scared of him, bro. He's fucking massive. I'm like, yo, I just walk around with this big guy. He's right here sleeping next to me on the floor, bro. He's knocked the fuck up. Yeah, he's big, bro. He can fuck some shit up. He's been mad for 2 days, bro. He finally started being cool with the baby cat.
Oh.
Finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just start teaching him what's up.
I just let him beef it out. I ain't get in the middle because I tried to get in the middle until he hit me.
Really? Oh, shit.
Smacked the shit out of me. But he was smart. Look.
So Cardi gonna learn.
No, it wasn't Cardi. It was Tully who got mad and hit me. The big one. Cardi gonna learn. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But see, hey, Tully was smart. The first time he ever pawed me and he hit me, he had his paws out, his claws. And I looked at that nigga and he fucking looked down. He got scared as fuck, right? I say, that's your one time, nigga, and I'm gonna fuck you up. So yesterday when he hit me, I noticed it was like a little bop, but his nails was tucked in. I say, oh, you learned. And I say, you still not allowed to hit me, nigga, but at least you learned it, because daddy will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he a big boy. That nigga big, boy. That's daddy.
I know.
Big old monster.
Man, that cat's bigger than most dogs, man.
Yeah, he is.
That cat weigh like 40 pounds now?
Yeah, he like 32 pounds.
Man, that's good size, dude.
Yeah, this nigga snoring. He tired though. He been stressed out. This baby cat in the house. And then Cardi jump up there and eat his food. Cardi don't give a fuck. Cardi don't give a fuck about shit, nigga. Cardi don't care. Cardi is going for the gusto.
Yeah, until something happens.
I mean, I think something happened yesterday when we wasn't home, because when we came home, Cardi was in our bed hiding under the cover.
Oh shit!
And I think Tully had fucked him up, or either got mad at him or something.
Yeah, chased him in there.
Yeah, because he was scared. He looked scared as hell.
Tucked his ass in the bed.
When we first picked up Cardi, he was shaking like a scribble. He was scared when we was like put him in the car and took him.
Really?
Oh my God, bro! I felt so bad, bro. He was so terrified, bro.
Where'd you find him? I mean, it's just random spot.
This lady that my lady know, I guess like a friend of her aunt's from high school or something, like posted a post, and then her aunt tagged my lady. It's like, ain't y'all looking for a cat? And then my lady showed me a picture of Cardi, and I was like, oh yeah, we're going to get him right now. So I only had to wait like 2 days to get Cardi.
Do you have any shots for it yet?
We're doing it this coming Monday.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're gonna make an appointment for Monday to get everything done.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I got my baby, bro.
Yeah.
Now fuck That fucker's
You know?
crazy. I picked the right one because he nuts, bro. Bro, when I tell you this nigga, I already posted him on TikTok and everything, bro. This motherfucker's crazy.
Did you get to pick which one you wanted?
Well, yeah, but like my girl just knew. You know what I'm saying?
She knew.
Yeah, like I
She
had
knew what
seen
you
his
wanted.
brothers and sisters too. And the mom. The mom loved me. The mom just came right up to me.
Oh man, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, but my girl was showing me pictures, but she was like, "This the one," and I was like, "Yeah," because he got a face like Tully. Even though Tully's a Mancoon, Cardi still
Yeah.
got the white fucking grill. Like the whole mouth and nose is white right here, and that's how Tully
Right.
is. That's why I wanted him. I was like, yeah. People's
So
like,
what type of cat is Cardi?
Calico.
Okay, Calico. All right.
Yeah, and if he's a male calico, which is really rare, I heard calicos don't really make males like that. So if he's a boy, I don't know if I want to get him fucking spaded.
Right, because then you might be able to breed out.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell her to think about. But it's just hard because them motherfuckers be spraying and
Yeah,
you know what I
it gets
mean?
bad.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. Like to breed him, I don't know. I want to like I'm gonna look it up. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the benefit of breeding them? Because if one litter, I'm gonna get some money off of one litter. But then I would want to
Right.
spade him later though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or neutered, I guess it is. Neutered sounds so fucking brutal. Neutered.
I don't know which one it is for the
It's
male and
spaded for
female.
girls and neutered for boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say spaded because I hate saying neutered. Neutered just sounds horrible.
It does. It sounds like a demasculation.
Oh my god. It is high level demasculation, like fucking neutered. Like, don't neuter me.
Yeah.
That's brutal. Neutered is brutal. But I got work tomorrow, man. I got like I'm on like a disciplinary kind of shit, you know, when you get in trouble at work.
Are you?
Yeah. And it's you know, I'm a good employee, but it's just based on my metrics. Like I just been sucking on my metrics. And like lately, like I've been like really, really busting my ass. And
Right.
my numbers have looked great. But if it doesn't translate tomorrow when I go into work and I don't see these numbers have taken me to a place where I can now start to do my job at the level I'm doing it now and feel like it's going to continue to make improvement, I'm fucking
Yeah.
done. I'm checking out.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Because I'm already on a disciplinary and I only got like maybe 3 or 4 weeks until this. No, I got like maybe 2.5 weeks until this period would be over. And then if I end the
Yeah.
period not meeting the metric, I'm gonna lose
Then
my
they're gonna
job.
fuck you.
Huh?
Then they'll fuck you.
Yeah, they're gonna fire me. So I'm like,
Right.
nah. I'm the type of nigga I'm never without a job. Like I rather just go find me another job, do something I want to do, and I'm already at the age where like, you know, hopefully I can find something that, you know, challenges me, but you know, I can do something I want to do.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not bothered either way. I mean, it doesn't, because honestly, man, it showed me how good I am at the job. I may not be good at meeting their fucking metrics, but how good I am at what they ask me to do for as customer service. Like, I
You're
just feel like I'm how I treat
I can
people.
I can tell.
Yeah, how I
Yeah.
treat people, how I talk to people and handle business. Like, I'm on another level now. Is there some things
'Cause I've
that,
been on yeah. I've
yeah,
been on the phone with you when I had called and you had me on hold in the background, but I heard you talking to a customer. And man, it was like boom, 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 boom. I mean, perfect, man. I was like, damn. Like, you had to shit down, dude. I mean, if I was the customer, I'd have been happy. You know.
And people are always usually like 90% always happy with me and always express that they're happy with me. So I just feel like I can take that somewhere else. Like I'm not bothered in any way that like it didn't work out there. I've been there for 3 years. So
True.
it worked out for 3 years. I got a paycheck for 3 years, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, now it's just time to go do something else and take the same skills. Hopefully it'll make me more money, you know what I mean?
You really think they'd let you go though?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You
Fuck
know
yeah.
other people that have been let go like that?
Over metrics, I don't know. Nobody. Everybody I know who got fired from my job has done something stupid.
But what are the what are the metrics?
They don't want
Can you
people to
explain?
call back.
They want people to call back?
They don't.
Oh, they don't. So if
No.
somebody calls back, that puts some mark on you.
Yep. Not only that, they made the metric used to only count at 25% of the overall goals. Now it's 50%. So it even counts double than it did before because they started raising people's bills and fucking change like adding money to people's bills and all that shit. Bills started to go up. So they knew what was yeah, so they knew what they were putting us up against and they still doubled the metric. It's like I mean,
Shit.
just to get you to work harder over some shit that they corporately did.
Right.
So you take
That's
so
fucked
so so
up.
the lowest employee on the totem pole takes the fuck. So it's like, okay, then I got fucked, and then I got fired. So what job did that not happen at? It happens. You just got
Yeah, it's like you caused this, and I'm the one getting fucked.
yeah. So it's like oh you're not meeting the metric, but to me it's like shit. If you didn't double this shit, bitch, I probably would be fine.
Yeah.
Especially on months where I had certain goals was just crazy. But it only counted 25% versus discounted 50 and I wasn't so high on that one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if both was 25 or both was 50 like it was, I would be fine. But
Yeah.
you changed it to accommodate stressing me out to work harder for you because you made a financial decision that affected millions of people. And now I got to eat the dick twice because I got to eat it with the customers and then still lose my job if I'm not meeting it. So I get the science of it. And I just say, okay, you didn't win their game.
You can't be the only one though.
Fuck no. Oh my God. Fuck no. On Jess's team, it's like 5 people in the same spot as me.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
So man,
It's 4 on my team. It's like 3 or 4 of us on my team, like 5 on Jess's team, and we sit next to each other. So I don't even know about the others. It's probably people on the other teams too.
All y'all want, man, they're gonna have a hard time, son.
Nah, they're not because they gonna want to hire people at a lesser rate, right? They saving money. They saving money on all the people cashing out on stocks that they give you stock options. They're gonna take that away if you get fired, so you don't get to keep those stock options. They're gonna go away, right? Because
you have to settle.
yeah, because they're not vested options. If they were vested, then you could keep them. So they're saving a lot of money by even bringing new people in because they're finna transition the entire office anyway. Like it's a lot that they're doing. It was all a good setup. They whoever I guess they use Chat GBT. I don't fucking know.
It sounds like they did.
Yeah, I guess but I don't be sweating shit like that. I think you got to think more positively towards your future and understand your value and what you can really bring. And I think this is the first time I ever felt this way. It's like no matter what happens, like I'm straight because I feel like I bring value. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy for me to find another job. I'm just saying I know I bring a lot of value in what I do.
I think it'll be easier for you to find another job just by the way you talk to people.
I think so. Honestly, I think you're right. I think so, man. Because I always try to put my best foot forward, you know?
Yeah, and you come in a professional manner, dude. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get it, man. Without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to work on it, man. I feel like I should go anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at this juncture, I probably should be looking for another job. kind of premature and immature to not premature but very immature to wait and say, oh, the metrics aren't meeting when I know I got big boy pants on. Like I've outgrown this job a long
Right.
time ago. I've outgrown
Right.
corporate America, really. Like just doing the whole corporate thing. I've fucking outgrown that shit. Like it was
Time for you
fun
to have
while,
your own shit.
huh?
Time for you to have your own shit.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the
You know?
environment I'm about to be put in now. Is to probably
Yeah.
just really do my own thing.
As long as we get to see you on here, man.
Probably
You
gonna
know?
see me more because I really get to start like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
really doing my thizzle.
I
And if
hope so, man.
and if I got a 9 to 5, it's gonna work out better for me because I can start fitting more into my life. Like I can literally go be with my kids certain days of the week, still come
Yeah.
home, still do YouTube. You know, I get out of work at 8 o'clock during the week.
Right. 'Cause I know that sometimes you had a crazy schedule.
Yeah, 11 to 8, like all midday, whole midday schedule. So it's like
Who
I'm kind of
wants to
over
work
that
that?
shit too, huh?
Yeah. Who wants to work that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then Tuesday through Saturday, I gotta work. Like, I'm kind of like over a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's good while it lasted. You can't knock it. You know what I mean? Honestly, like it paid the bills.
True.
T-Mobile have been more than fair to me. Have treated me right. I could have been written up on this shit a long time ago, and they didn't do it. Like, cause it's not like I've been meeting the fucking metrics. Like, it's like I can't talk shit. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like I love my boss to death. I got the best boss in the world. Like, I will work for her anywhere, like any fucking
Right.
way. Like, so yeah, but then like people like that are good people, and it's like, well, if the metrics are important and it's affecting her, then technically I'm bringing her down and making her look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you like
Yeah.
somebody, you don't want to, you ain't gonna have your
You don't want to
team.
bring them. Yeah. You don't want to hurt the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Without a doubt.
Especially your
So
team leader. You if you make your team leader look bad, then you're just not a good
right.
soldier type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. No doubt. So if you're going tomorrow and things go good, I'll be happy for you. And if they don't, you change your mind about working there, I think you're solid, man. I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
If I can do anything to help, man, let me know.
Oh yeah, absolute, brother. You know, I reach out to the gang. I'm Like they say, I ain't too proud to beg, man. If I need help, I always ask the guys. I'll let y'all know what I got going on. But to me, it ain't. I feel like it's just a part of like a maturation and growth. I don't feel any way about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no type of way. Like I don't feel like nobody's doing me wrong and someone's targeting me and like I don't feel that way. I just feel
Right.
like it's just a
No,
process.
no
It just is what it
bitterness.
is.
Yeah, no bitterness. No
Yeah,
hard
I have
feelings.
no bitterness. Like it's like I just feel good. You know, either way, I feel good. Long I feel like for me, because the money's more important. Where it's like if I can make this money or more, which I know I'll be able to do. Like
Right.
I've done that for the last fucking 10, 13 years. So I'm like, that's pretty much all I care about. Now I got to stop that and need to worry about, my professional career moving forward and the wear and tear on my body physically and stuff like that, which I haven't
True.
done any physical work in fucking forever. I think that's what's been like. I want to go back outside. This sitting down shit. I don't, I don't like this shit. So we'll
I
see,
know.
man.
I know. That's one thing I like about mine. I get a little bit of